This is from one of our favorite websites called screenrant.com. The writer is Ryan Northrup, and it's entitled, well, I'll just show you the title because this is it. If this is it, please let me know. Remember that song?
Yeah.
Yes.
Simon Pegg tried to get Nick Frost cast as an iconic Star Trek character. Quote, I've pitched it multiple times. Harry Mudd. Is that Harry Mudd?
Mhm.
Harry Mudd.
It definitely could be.
Really? I just guessed because I don't know who this Nick Frost is, but I looked at his face. What
Well,
is
he's a
what's that?
British actor. But yeah, it is Harry Mudd that he's tried to pitch him for.
Yeah. And they're like besties. They came
Shaun of the
up
Dead.
together, spaced.
Shaun of the Dead.
Spaced. But yes,
Spaced. Yes,
Shaun of the
we did watch
Dead.
the first.
Hot
That's
Fuzz. Yeah. Oh yeah, did you? Oh, that's right. That's
I
right.
love
You did.
Hot
I forgot.
Fudge.
Yeah, Hot Fuzz, Paul, Shaun of the Dead, the end, the World's End. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick
Shaun of
Frost.
the Dead
baby.
was hilarious. It's an
so
actual
good.
zombie movie that I enjoy.
Yeah.
I liked Zombieland. That was a good one.
Zombieland is good.
Did I watch Zombieland?
Man, Bill Murray, forget about it.
No, I did watch that. That was hilarious. And he was they were in his house and
It's Rachel's comfort movie, Zombieland.
Good
oh, that
taste.
is funny. Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, back to this news. Melissa, is this guy Nick Frost, who sounds like a Marvel superhero already, is this guy maybe wavering, like he might do it? And is he being pitched for Star Trek 4 specifically and only?
I don't really know, but I do know that because it's not very clear. But it just says that Simon Pegg has been trying to get Nick Frost into Star Trek 4, because that's the next one, as Harry Mudd. So however that comes about, I'm not sure. And he didn't Simon Pegg write the last movie, so I'm not sure why it didn't work out, but maybe he needed to go in a different direction for the idea for his script. But if they did go into the comedy route for Star Trek 4,
Right?
I think he would be a great choice for Harry Mudd.
I agree. I love those
Live
guys.
chat, let us know. If not Nick Frost, who would you like to see in the role of Harry McMudd? Harcourt Fenton Mudd, that is.
I love that.
That's a good one. Also, yes.
I just thought maybe Jack Black.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a good choice.
Yeah. That's like just here's the guy. Bloop, there he is. Like it's just boop.
Oh my God, he'd be like,
he doesn't even need
I don't know why all these women are here, but here they are.
He doesn't even need costume or makeup and just plop him in and he's just hey, I'm here.
He's like, do I need to shave? Who cares? Dealer's choice.
Exactly.
I've got all these little women here.
It'd be fun.
That's amazing.
It'd be fun.
He was just on
SNL. Yes. I saw some of those clips. That was awesome.
So the other question is, who that has not been introduced in these reboot movies, who would you like to see reprised? Like, I want to see Nurse Chapel. In fact, when I first saw Alice Eve was in Into Darkness, I thought that was going to be Nurse Chapel.
Oh yeah,
that was my first guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also have Janice Rand as a possibility.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Matt?
We're long enough. I was gonna say, do you think we're long enough that maybe David?
At this point,
Baby David.
At this point, yeah.
Baby David.
Since we're 10 years past the last one, you think maybe
Yeah.
I mean, how many years has it been since Into Darkness? Maybe, there was a little
10.
behind the scenes
Mhm.
rendezvous in that
What kind of rendezvous?
some docking procedures, I think.
Man, I don't know if
He's
you guys know
talking
what.
about intercourse.
Oh, good, because if you guys knew what docking was,
Oh, I thought Interstellar.
Well,
Interstellar intercourse.
oh, and the music sounds like this. Bow, chicka, bow, bow.
Welcome to the news show, everybody.
Exactly. Brown chicken, brown cow.
all right, I'm putting it in the Zoom chat for you guys because this is not for the public's ears.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. What the?
What? How is this possible?
No, thank you.
How is this possible? I can't even get a visual. It's not working.
I got one.
You're
I don't
missing
like it.
out.
I broke. It's broken.
Ooh.
All right, Melissa asked for a visual. Here comes the
No,
visual.
you
No, I'm
don't.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I want to see.
Oh wait, are we still live? Hang on,
Yes.
we got a show to
Yes,
do.
we are.
We got a
Yes, we
show
are.
to do, and I like to apologize
Okay.
for Melissa's behavior.
Back
Back to work. Okay, so Star Trek, docking procedures, docking clamps. They have those.
Sometimes this news thing pops up in the corner of my computer, and the only thing I saw from it was probes. So
Oh no.
it's just so timely.
Melissa, I think you have this show confused with Star Trek and Chill. This is a very
Hey.
serious news show.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see what the live chat has to say. To Pring, Joel says to Pring. That's a good one. Although I love
Ooh.
to Pring in Strange New Worlds. She's
Same.
Yeah.
amazing. I forgot the actress's name, but she's fantastic.
Yeah.
She is fantastic. And
Yeah.
I hope we see her again.
I hope so too.
It was wonderful.
Yeah.
And she and Spock have great chemistry, in my opinion.
Yeah.
When will I see you
Yeah.
again?
Ah, Gia Sandu.
Gia Sandu, very good. Yeah.
Thank you,
Ah.
Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
All right. Joel says the spider.
Joel.
Joel also says Star Trek 4 is NSFW, I guess. But yeah, let us know, you guys. What do you think? Would you like to see Janice Rand reprised in
Yes.
number 4? Because honestly, look, we obviously lost Chekhov. They could keep it as 6 main characters.
Yeah.
They could keep bring back, what was her name? Jayla from the third one. They could, or they could bring back Carol Marcus from the second one. But I feel like why not bring somebody that was kind of part of the show? Like you could bring back Dr. Mbenga, you could bring back Nurse Chapel, Janice Rand, April.
Yeah.
You know, Joshua Reef says Savick. Wow, very good.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm on board for that.
What about Perm Kirk? You could bring back Kirk with when he had the perm.
Yes, the
I just
perm.
painted his perm. It was quite something.
Feels like it would take forever.
Yeah, it did. It did actually. You gotta get the like perm shadows on the forehead correctly.
That was the 80s
Shadows,
thing, man.
perm
I remember my
shadows.
dad getting a perm. My dad got a perm and he grew a mustache, and we were like, no.
Beautiful.
Wow.
That's
I gotta
amazing.
see.
Nope.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Followed
I saw
by a
somebody
perm
say
shadow.
Shadow.
somebody said Gary Marshall,
Shadow.
which
Oh, Lieutenant Leslie, the Trek reviewer says. That's a great
Sorry, not
one.
Gary Marshall. Gary Marshall.
You
No,
were looking at
you're
Chris Marshall.
Gary.
Gary
No, you're thinking of
Mitchell.
Gary Mitchell. Yeah,
Gary Mitchell.
I knew who you meant. Yeah.
He's gonna come direct Pretty Woman for us. Okay.
Yes.
Lieutenant Leslie. What about Lieutenant Kyle?
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say that.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that'd be
I
cool.
won't stop. Go ahead.
What about Lieutenant Kyle?
Mhm.
Maybe.
Maybe.
What
I think it would be
about
the more the merrier, honestly. I love seeing characters added.
Adonias. Adonias? Adonias? Adonias, Adonias,
Right.
Adonias,
Very good.
Adonias, Adonias.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. Well played, Melissa.
Let's see if he ever got rescued. Or
Mhm.
yeah.
Greg Kenzo's drunk. He says Gollum, but I don't think
Gollum.
that's. And Mark Zetkoff says, please, no Trelane.
No Trelane.
I mean, that's fair.
We're gonna get him in Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Mm.
You know?
Sam Kirk. All right.
Ooh.
Kazinti.
Rest. Rest. Rest.
Oh.
Rest. Rest.
Right. Eric's.
Eric's,
yeah.
yeah.
That would be cool. Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
cool. Get some
I want them to bring
Matt
in-
Decker's a good one.
Oh,
Sam
yeah.
Kirk.
I want them to just plop Wesley Crusher into the middle of it.
Ah, yes.
You know?
Time traveler.
He talked about it. He talked about the Kelvin universe
That would be fun.
in Prodigy.
Yeah.
So it would tie it all together.
It
Wesley
would.
Crusher, that's my vote.
Ha ha ha. I have a feeling we have a poll coming.
Oh yeah. Because there's too many great answers
Mhm.
here. This is too good.
Yeah. Sam Kirk.
All right, so this first one, just kind of randomized. Who do you want to bring back in Star Trek 4? Janice Rand. Oops, I put Janie Rand. She's got a gun, you know.
Nice.
MRS, Gary Mitchell, or Matt Decker.
What did her daddy do?
What album is that from?
I don't know.
1988?
Oh.
I just remember really liking that song.
Pump. I believe it was
That's-
Pump. Pump.
Mm-hmm.
Pump.
Pump.
Okay.
Hmm.
Lieutenant
Pump
Bailey.
the jam, pump it up. It's fun.
We're in a singing mood today, huh?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are.
All right. Okay, very cool. So let's see how that. People are saying Janice Rand here.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do another one to get the other four.
Janice had a sister. Nice, John Davis.
Nice. See, that's the kind of creative thinking I enjoy in the fandom.
Right.
I make typos all day.
Don't we all?
So let's see, Nurse Chapel,
Oh yeah, Nurse
Wait.
Chapel.
Yeah.
Banga.
That would be great.
Who else?
Yeah.
Oh, Lieutenant
Una.
Kyle.
We need Una.
But wouldn't that be kind of like backwards in the timeline? Like,
Would it?
She'd be older.
yeah. I'm trying to think of like people that would like
'Cause
that
she'd
were on
be
the
like-
ship at that time.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Oh, who was the other guy? Oh, Matt Decker. Did we already say Matt Decker?
Yes.
Yeah. Who was the guy?
Wanted him to come on the
what?
bridge and freak out.
Who was the lieutenant? Leslie. There he is.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Well, what was that guy's name who did the cross-eyed thing and made things happen? He was a
Charlie
weird
X?
kid.
Mhm.
Charlie
Charlie?
X. Yes.
Oh shoot, I forgot Savick. Oh well, there's only so many people you could put in a YouTube thing.
Charlie X is a creepazoid, by the way.
Total creep.
Yeah. Like
So
creepazoid.
creepy. He's like,
Yeah.
that's
I think
one
he's
of
so
the
fucking special.
he's
Very
a
special.
creep.
He's a
Very
little like interstellar incel. Like
Never here before, but he couldn't look her in the
I
eye.
like that song too. Um
It's only 4 chords repeated over and over again. It's a good song though.
still
No, it's great.
what they do with those chords, it's great.
You know, I used to
Mhm.
teach people how to play drums with that song
What?
because it was like the simplest song that anybody could, play the drum to really slow, and they recognize the
Yeah.
song. They know the song, right?
Hmm.
So they
Yeah.
can play along to it. And it's also the easiest where I could just pick up a guitar and play, and they feel like they're rocking out. They're like, I'm playing Creep by Radiohead right now. This is awesome. Pay attention to your snare. Okay, I'm doing it. I swear. But
That's
I thought it was just like a
amazing.
super easy and fun way to just kind of
Oh
learn the
my
basics.
God. Hmm.
You know
My
who
son
does a
actually sent. Oh, sorry. Go ahead,
go
Melissa.
ahead.
No, I
I
was
was
just gonna
gonna
say my
say
son sent me.
go ahead. For
No,
real,
no,
go
no,
ahead.
no. Go. I'm just sorry. I was being a punk. Go ahead.
Were you really? Okay. No, talk about your son. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say he sent
Oh, do
me
you
a
think?
Radiohead clip the other day. I was like,
Ah,
"Oh yeah, that's a great song." And he goes, "You listen to Radiohead?" And I was like,
that's right. The
"Dude."
kids are discovering them. Yeah,
Dude.
that's
I was
amazing.
like, "Dude, come on now."
Hmm.
But anyway, I'm very excited to hear that he listens to Radiohead.
Nice. All right, we're closing out this poll. It looks like
Wow.
the two finalists. Should we do one more poll to get those two finalists, or should we do one more poll?
Do
I
one
think,
more, Paul, because
yeah.
Mark Zitkoff had a very good suggestion.
All right, and we also should have
Zephram
Savick.
Cochran.
Okay, but see, he
Zephyr.
wasn't on. Oh no, he was.
Yes,
Shoot,
he
you're
He
right.
was
That's
was.
in
brilliant.
TOS. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, yeah. And then Savick.
Yeah.
This is too much fun. I could do this all day. I can't stop. I can't stop myself. We need two more.
Ooh. John Davis
Zephram.
says Elder Shran. Elder Shran.
Nope. Nope.
Why not?
People that were on the original series.
Oh, okay.
Or the animated series. Eric's, and we
Yeah.
we can do Eric's.
We can do Eric's. Yeah.
Eric's,
Maybe.
One
Elon of
more.
Troyes.
Elon of Troyes. Okay. That's it. All bets
Did
are
we
in.
do to Pring?
Oh no. Matt, are you okay with doing T'Pring instead of Elon?
I am. I am.
Oh, sweetie.
Aw.
This
Hey,
guy.
Melissa, what were you going to say when Matt interrupted you?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding.
These are good ones.
Who's
What
the
were you gonna
wind
say,
up merchant
Melissa?
now? I was gonna say, you know who does a really good cover of Creep?
Ooh.
Kelly Clarkson.
She does. It's true.
Kelly
It's so true.
Clarksburg?
Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah.
Oon.
The woman has an amazing voice, and
Yeah.
Yes, she does.
I love to listen
Kelly
to her sing.
Clarkington?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who does a really cool cover of Careless Whisper?
You.
I
No,
love that
believe
song.
me, no.
You too.
Seether, the South African metal band, if you remember them.
Interesting.
It is
Did you share that?
probably, it is an incredible song, man. Oh my
Hmm.
goodness.
I just
Anyway.
love the song as it is, but
Yeah.
I love how George Michael
Okay.
did it.
So we're going to close this last poll. The winner is Savick. So I think it was Savick, Chappell, and Rand. And who's our wild card? Banga 27, Mrez 23, Zephram 31. It's Zephram. Okay. Anyway, while I put this up, Jenny,
Yes.
predictions on when Star Trek 4 with Harry Mudd will premiere in theaters.
All right, let me think about this. I got to do the math on this. Okay, so if they start writing it right now,
Oh, that's right.
and then they like get everybody on board, and then they film it, and then they do post-production. I'm gonna say an optimistic Christmas 2027.
That's what I thought
Well,
you'd
that could
say.
work.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But I believe it's
But
already written and
oh,
rewritten several
interesting.
times over.
Yes,
How
And
much
agreed.
does that
rewritten.
shave off? Does that make it
Right.
summer of 2027?
I still feel like because they got to get everybody, right? People are doing stuff. Zoe Saldana just won an Oscar. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
there's stuff happening. So they got to like
Right.
line everybody up. You know,
This
Simon
is
Pegg
true.
clearly can't do it this summer because he's busy. Um, you know?
Mark Zutkoff says the 12th of never.
Also,
Yeah, but they all of the actors clearly want to do Star Trek 4.
Absolutely.
Every
Absolutely.
time anybody asks about it, they're like, "Yeah, I want to do it. Yeah, I
Mhm.
want to do it."
Yeah.
The Trek reviewer says Ryab T. Husk. So,
Oh, I like
how
that.
did you know my nickname? We've got the final poll, which is Savick, Rand, Chapel, and Zephram C. Of I think it would be awesome if they brought literally all four of them back in the movie. Just have them there. I would not
Mhm.
be upset. I would not say that's too many people.
Yeah.
But if there could
Should be
only
a
be
save the
one,
whale. Oh, and Harry Mudd has the whales.
the Gormagander. He rode in on a Gormagander in Discovery.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Well, and
That
then
was the
he had the
episode that I was like,
tribbles, right?
ah. Yeah. Yes, 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 right? Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I just literally quoted the only thing I remember from Discovery. I don't remember
It
anything
would be
else.
great to have
Ah.
Savick in there and make it really
Uh-huh.
uncomfortable for Spock interacting with Savick and Uhura, since in
Mhm.
the Kelvin
Right.
universe,
Oh. But if it is the Kelvin universe, who's to say Spock and Savick
Exactly.
even happen?
What about to Pring?
Oh, that's true too.
To Pringles? What
Spock's
about
like fighting him
Nurse
off with a
Chapel?
stick, man. Yeah.
Again,
What,
who's to say? Because
but
what if
Uhura and
Jess
Spock are.
but if Prime Spock shared his history with Kelvin
What
universe,
if? Oh,
That'd be pretty
what
funny
if?
if he did.
he
It was
What
like,
if?
he's like, we're gonna, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if, okay, kid, we're gonna save the world, but also I need you to know my,
right.
these are the ladies you need to look out for. Go ahead, Melissa.
I was gonna say, what if Prime and Kelvin Spocks did a Spock on Spock mind meld?
Mm. Or is it in Time Cop and they
That
just go,
That's what I'm saying.
would be my mind to your mind.
mm.
what about if, and this could be really cool, what about if Nurse Chapel is in Star Trek 4, played by Jess Bush?
I
And then
mean,
because she's the Strange New Worlds Nurse Chapel, right? So then what if then she like tries to lean in for a little kissy poo to Spock and he's like, "Whoa, I don't know you." But she's like, "No, remember we kiss
so
and
what,
stuff
she jumped
sometimes."
universes?
I don't
Well,
know.
and then because wouldn't Nurse Chapel have to be the same age as the Kelvin, Kirk, and Uhura and Chapel and
I don't know. Were they all the same age? I guess probably around, right?
around, right?
So what they
So
could
they would be,
wrinkle her up a few years.
well, again.
That's
I don't know.
confusing.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it would be cool if Strange New Worlds has some actors
Mhm.
from Strange New Worlds
That would be
in
cool.
Star Trek 4
Mhm.
reprising those
Absolutely.
characters.
I mean, yeah. I think we can all agree that we love Jess Bush.
We
Mhm.
do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Matt got
But
very serious there. I don't know how to interpret that. I don't know how to interpret that. Could
What's
be
that? Oh
very
no,
good or very bad.
I was just looking to see how old Spock was in the original series. He was supposed to be
70, 80?
35. He was only
Oh.
35, which is about the same age
Really?
as Leonard. Yeah. That's interesting. I would have expected him to maybe be a little bit older.
mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, me too.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm still surprised at how old people looked in the 80s.
It's all the freaking cigarette
Indeed.
smoke.
That definitely was a factor.
Sorry.
Like how I always thought Bones was the old man.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, he was an old man. He was like 40 or something
Yeah.
like that.
Although
all the people-
now,
or like,
once
what
I'm
is it?
older, now I'm like, oh no, Bones can get it. Like,
Whoa.
love Bones.
Wow.
Yeah, love Bones. Love
Really
Bones.
supposed to be.
Yeah, this
She's
is the
not
crazy
picky.
one.
McCoy was only supposed to be 38 in the original series.
Here's the crazy one.
I like
Check
him a
this
little
out.
craggy, you know?
Look at this. Look at these
Oh my God, I
ages.
love this so much.
That's
I know.
crazy.
It's
Sam
nuts.
was 34, Diana was 33. These guys, Cliff and Norm, were
Yeah.
35 and 34. What the
Yeah.
heck?
I know.
I
It's
thought they were a
crazy.
million.
Yeah.
And even
Yeah.
old man coach was 58.
I know.
He was
Yeah.
supposed to be
He
like
looked
an
like he's-
old,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the joke was that he was super old and be like, huh, what's going on? You know, but he
Yeah.
was 58.
Like if it was now, he would
Right.
be a Gen X guy,
Wow.
an elder Gen X. That's
Wow.
crazy.
I can't believe those ages anyway.
Mhm.
I know.
I like to revisit that every once in a while and sort of like try to put it all in perspective because
But have you seen the things
It's
with like
nuts.
where they've changed out their hairstyles?
oh my
and
God, yeah.
look completely younger.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rather than having
Well,
like that thing.
Yeah. The
Mhm.
the,
That
the grandma
soccer
dude.
mom.
Yeah.
That's it's so funny because I just when I see that because my grandmother did. She had that elderly
Yeah. My grandma did too.
stateswoman perm, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. You look at some high school yearbooks back then, and 17-year-olds look 30.
It's true.
Oops.
Because they were. I mean, how many
Mhm.
times have you failed this course?
Oh, here's a good one.
It's like the guys that stayed in my school. I had extra year just so they could play hockey, you know?
Oh, you can play hockey in Canada anywhere.
Yeah, but like for the high school team, you have to be in high school.
Look at these.
Oh, there we go.
Look at these
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
48?
I know. I know. It's
Fabulous.
nuts.
The Golden Girls were in their 50s.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Indeed. Yes.
Alice from that show was 43.
Was
This
43?
Get
Yeah.
out.
guy.
Edith Bunker was 44. Good
Wow.
God.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
I'm telling you.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
they were supposed to be young. That's not that big of a deal. The Friends guys.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But
Anyway.
even so, when we were watching it, they seemed older. So that's actually
I felt
more
like
of a
they-
like
I always
that's
thought they
actually
were
more of a
just-
twist the other way.
I always thought they were just kind of like a copy from Seinfeld, but for younger people.
Kind of.
That's what I thought.
Hmm.
Maybe wrongly.
Kind of.
Anyway,
But Seinfeld's apartment was
Trek.
more realistic.
Yes.
Star
Anyway.
Trek.
was
Star
Seinfeld's-
Trek.
Was Seinfeld's apartment more
Trek.
realistic?
Then the Friends apartment, the big, huge,
Yeah.
huge apartment
Huge.
in New York City.
Mhm.
All right. Contention was they could never afford that.
Yeah.
Never.
But it
Even
wasn't it though?
sharing the
They
rent.
said it was a sublet
It was
from one of her.
it was her grandmother's, and it was like rent controlled.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's okay then. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Because I've been in one of those too.
I'll tell you what was
Yeah.
not realistic about Seinfeld's apartment was the layout. Look at
Yes.
this.
Right, where
Oh,
that
yeah.
hallway
No,
was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah.
Right. So this was the
Right.
Yeah.
couches, the kitchen. Here's the front door, and the hall was supposed to go this way, as
Mhm.
they showed,
Yeah.
but obviously that would cut right through his kitchen.
Yep.
That's Kramer's door,
Yep.
and then that doesn't
Hello,
work.
human.
Yeah, it doesn't work at all.
Makes me kind of miss that apartment just looking at that layout. Anyway,
Mhm.
Oh,
point is, let's find out now that we've stalled long enough for people to get a chance to vote. The winner
yeah.
is 8% said Zephram, Z Lily calls him.
Mhm.
16% said Chapel, 30% said Rand, and 44% said
Wow.
Savick. Very nice. Very cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Savick is an awesome character.
She really is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She really is.
So
Cool.
is the
Yeah.
lady that played her.
There are two of them,
She
and one of them is
really-
related to Cheers, which we were just talking about.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Right.
Savick,
And
can
the
we
other
say
one
that-
is one of my favorite people I've ever met.
Aw.
Aw. Yeah,
She's-
she's
mm.
pretty wonderful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can say her name. It's Robin Curtis.
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta stop that.
And you guys, you and Melissa,
It's not like a
did
spoiler.
a fantastic interview with her.
We did. You can find it on Melissa's YouTube.
Hmm.
Three
Oh,
Fat
yeah.
Lobsters.
Talking about friends, because that's
Yeah.
where I got that from.
Oh, it's all a big circle of life. Yeah, that's it exactly. Hey, what else is in the news, folks?
Well, I'll tell you. This is from a website called screenrant.com by John Orchiola. That's AKA Back of the Head.
He's in the chat.
Oh, really?
He
Hello,
is.
John.
I
In the
saw him popping in
chat.
there. Yeah.
One missing Star Trek Strange New Worlds character has me worried they'll die in season 3.
Oh no,
Whoa, is it Sam Kirk?
that's what I think now.
Because he
No.
does die in the thing, but tell, we
In
kind of saw her
TOS.
in the we kind of saw her a little bit in the trailer, but I guess maybe
No, we didn't.
we didn't. I thought we did. Or
No, we
saw
did not. We saw Sam Kirk in the trailer
What did
because
we
he was
see
on
her
the
in?
planet with the
It was
Gorn.
those posters. We
Right.
saw her in the
Posters.
posters, but we did not see Sam Kirk in those posters.
Right, but we did see him in the trailer.
But we love him.
But he could die in episode 9.
No, he
could.
couldn't because he's established in TOS and he dies in in
Oh,
an episode
right!
of
Right.
TOS.
Oh,
But the timeline has changed. Well, no, you're probably
The
right.
chicken breast.
I feel
nonsense.
better about that.
Yeah, you're probably
feel
right.
better about
Do you guys
that.
think that anything is going to change because with Pike's knowledge that the timeline is because a lot of people are saying that this is a new timeline now that Pike knows his fate.
Hmm.
I think
I don't
to
think
me-
so.
I think
Yeah.
it would only be a
I-
new if he like changed it because he by learning it he all like and as long as he like learned it and doesn't change anything, then he always knew.
Right. He could have always known.
Because
Yeah.
they kind of already revisited that idea of him changing the future so that he doesn't die since he
Yeah.
does know about it now. And he learned that if he did change the future, somebody more important to the timeline would end up dying before his time, and that was Spock.
Exactly.
And so he kind of had to accept his fate and just accept that he knows the end is where the
Yeah.
end date is, and he's not going to do anything
he's
about
on
it.
That's right.
borrowed time.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So Robert Kaiser in the live chat says, "I'm building a model rocket in Star Trek Online while you talk." This guy knows how to party.
It's awesome.
He
cool.
gets it.
Whoa.
Rose Kirby says, "Hey, will Star Trek 4 be in Prime Universe or
Hmm.
a parallel universe?"
It's a
I
great
think
question.
I think what we know about the Kelvin timeline is that would that be considered a parallel universe, I guess? I mean, it's
Yeah, alternate
yeah,
universe.
Mhm.
Alternate, yeah.
Split off from the main one when the Kelvin blew up. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like the
the main
Galapagos
as
split
we
off from
know
the
it,
mainland.
Nice.
right?
Off of Ecuador.
They have big turtles.
They do have big turtles.
And what
Anyway,
is his
Tortoises.
name? Tortoises, who's over 100 years old, and he's so freaking cute.
Yeah.
I forgot his name, but
Bill.
he's so cute. Isn't
Uh-huh.
it Bill? No, it's something fun like that, like Roger
That
or
is
Bill
very
or
fun.
Harry.
Uh, but here's the key, you guys. Back to
Mhm.
this. So, Melissa,
Mhm.
does he guess that it is Battelle, Captain Battelle, and why? What does he think?
Well, he's just surmising that since we don't see her, it is very possible that she could die. Seeing as that we never see her in the future in TOS in anything,
Right.
it is possible that she will die. Um,
And she is in a
but
precarious position where we
Mhm.
left her.
right. I mean, she's been infected with these Gorn babies for over
Mhm.
a day, and gestation in humans is about a day and a half.
Mhm.
And yeah, and they have her on the Enterprise, and Nurse Chapel is trying to save her, figure out a way to save her. But,
Mhm.
you know, I don't know. I
I
think
s-
it would be when I watched the finale,
yeah.
it kind of set up like they were gonna Nurse Chapel was gonna save her. That's how
Mhm.
I kind of felt.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she's been infected for far too long. I don't know.
Mhm.
I think it would be too much of a we're gonna save the day
Mhm.
and so unrealistic for them to save her. But
I don't
whatever,
think she's
it's
gonna
Star
die.
Trek.
Yeah. I've said it before and I'm sticking with it. I'm calling that she's
Yeah,
not dying. But that's just because I feel like they're gonna like really science it and they're gonna figure out some stuff and use and
right.
solve the problem with diplomacy or something. I feel like there's a like I'm very I'm very like what's the word? Not optimistic, but like I'm very I'm
Swimmy. Did I get it?
Two words. Two words. Sounds
Yeah.
I like thinking about it, where I'm like, oh no, it's gonna be fine and no one's gonna die and they're gonna solve all the problems with
optimistic.
diplomacy and nobody has to
Delusional?
shoot each
Oh,
other.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
just don't
And I
having
completely understand what you're saying. I definitely like,
yeah. I
yeah.
mean, watching what they did to the character that they were born out of, that we did see them get birthed out of.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're totally feral and totally territorial against each other
And hungry.
and hungry. So I don't know how much how controllable they are.
Yeah.
But if they do save her and are able to capture the babies too,
Right.
maybe they could use them as like
Oh.
science study or something.
Yeah, or
I'm
at the
not
very
very
least
controllable when
leverage.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
You
Use
just
them
if
need a
as
Snickers.
leverage too.
what if they put her
Tee-hee.
in the same suspension that they put that Mbenga had his daughter in?
Ooh.
The transporter. A
Hmm.
way to
Hmm.
Mhm.
Interesting.
I don't know.
That's an interesting
I don't know.
idea.
I mean, obviously, like whether she lives or dies, I think, this is something that cool and good producers do, which is we're going to
Mhm.
release a trailer, but we're not going to show the person that might be dead because we don't want to
Exactly.
give it away. We want people to still be frightened and be willing to
Exactly.
wait whatever it is, 6 years for the next season to come
Right.
out.
Well, and keep them hopeful too, because they did release a poster of her. So now
Exactly.
it's like we don't really
They're
know.
messing with us.
I was just
They
going to
are
say, they're
messing
messing
with
with our
us.
emotions.
Thanks for watching that clip. You can find us on the main viewer live every Tuesday night at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern to talk about all of the week's Star Trek news.